Michelle Obama. Every day she's dropped another negativity bomb on us, whether on her podcast or on someone else's. I mean, this audience knows she never says anything positive. It is all complaints.
Video of Michelle Obama today making the rounds. She's talking about how hard it is to afford things in the White House.
It's expensive to live in the White House. Many people don't know. I mean, much is not covered. You're paying for every bit of food that you eat. You're not paying for housing and the staff in it, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the First Lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel to be on the plane. It is an expensive proposition, and you're running for 2 years and not earning an income. So all of that was in my mind. How would we manage this? My fears came from the fact that I thought he could win, but I knew he had it in him to make this happen.
Yes, for the past few days, Michelle Obama is trending on social media, and we can't bypass these. I have a couple of videos. I'm going to show you Michelle Obama complained about how expensive is it to live in the White House. And yes, this is 100% complaining. When I look at this video, I was shocked. Yeah, because I don't get it. Looking at what Megyn Kelly actually said about her on this segment, you will realize something. It is important. We look into it. If you've not subscribed to this channel and you love what I'm doing here, please share the video and check if your notification is on.
We're on a great subject, which is like these rich and powerful people who are totally unaware of how people perceive them and how great their lives are and how little they should be complaining, period, never mind publicly, which leads me to Michelle Obama. Every day she's dropped another negativity bomb on us, whether on her podcast or on someone else's. I mean, this audience knows she never says anything positive. It is all complaints. So she goes on another podcast. She's promoting her show, so she's making the rounds. The Diary of a CEO podcast, and actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in the White House.
When you walk through a storm, keep your head held high. Show me. What
Watch
does
it.
this look like?
Is projecting that if you win, which I thought he could and should, he would be somebody that I would want as my president. It was all about, this is going to, our kids are little. We're going to have to move. How do you raise kids in the White House? It's dangerous. Is the first Black potential president. We knew there would be death threats. There were just how would we afford it? Because it's expensive to live in the White House. Many people don't know. I mean, much is not covered. You're paying for every bit of food that you eat. You're not paying for housing and the staff in it, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the First Lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel to be on the plane. It is an expensive proposition, and you're running for 2 years and not earning an income.
Please help me, Mike Rowe.
Well, Megyn, the struggle is real.
Jeez Louise. Have you ever heard anything so out of touch?
Sure, but not from anyone in that position.
They both have planes, and she's mad that you have to pay the cost of an airline ticket for the daughters to fly on them.
I wonder, I mean, seriously, she's a smart woman.
But she's aggrieved. She is immersed in a powerful and inescapable sense of grievance.
Do you think it's an attempt to be relatable?
No. She's angry. She's angry and unhappy. I've watched enough of her over the years, and then with this ridiculous podcast she's trying to launch, to see she's a deeply unhappy person.
What's happening with people at that level in podcasts? What's Gavin Newsom doing?
He's running for president. That one makes more sense to me strategically. She's like, she should be in her therapist's office. Her brother Craig is not. Oh, he did?
Yeah, what do you think I should do?
I don't support it.
Yeah?
Well, my feeling is Gavin Newsom is using people to build up his skills so that he can more effectively debate the Republican nominee in 2028.
Even if somebody goes on and cleans his clock.
Yeah, which basically happened when Charlie Kirk went on. But that's not good. Gavin Newsom took some blows, but emerged having learned something, probably.
Yes, when you take a look at what is happening, at a certain point, I'm confused. Michelle Obama complains a lot. This is not the first time I've noted this. And people seem to be understanding, like, this is who she is. Why is she doing this every time? Someone coming out to tell us living in the White House is expensive. You are there, they do everything for you. In fact, look at the number of people working in there. You are here telling, gaslighting people, you know, to be at the same level with everyone. Don't act this way. I understand. She's struggling to relate with normal people, have conversations that can relate to people, but she's not handling it well. Starting this podcast, I knew a lot of things like this will be coming, and I'm ready for it. I'll be picking up short clips like this and be showing you what exactly is even happening in her show because I understand people don't watch that.
Video of Michelle Obama today making the rounds. She's talking about how hard it is to afford things in the White House, everything. I mean, does that surprise you? It's it's crazy to me. I mean, you got to pay for food. Can you imagine? Anybody out there in America, does anybody else pay for your food? Because we all got to pay for our food. And now Michelle Obama's complaining that she's living in the White House with a White House chef, several chefs, and she got to pay for food.
You're not paying for housing and the staff in it, but everything, even travel. If you're not traveling with the president, if your kids are coming on a Bright Star, which is the first lady's plane, we had to pay for their travel.
You mean you got to pay for your own kids' travel on your private jet? Right? Can you imagine? These are the people that they're trying to get to resonate with the American people. They're so far removed from the American people, it's disgusting. We're here like, guys, these guys are really slumming it. So I asked Grok, how many people work in the resident staff? And this is what Grok says, right? 90 to 100 full-time staff, including butlers, maids, chefs, floors, electricians, and others managed by the chief usher. Look, we just keep going. 100 full-time, and 250 part-time employees. She doesn't even park her car, drive it around or nothing. And hey, it was tough. A bunch of bullshit they sell the American people, right? People just scoop it up. Oh, we love her, right? Come on.
In fact, we have something very funny on this. Elon Musk just made news last night. Do we have that, you guys? Do we cut that? On what happens when he sleeps over at the White House. Do we have it? I can't hear. If we have it, let's play it. Oh, it's not on tape. Oh, shit. Okay, it's just him. Well, I remember what he said. He said, I'll be flying back with him like on the helicopter or on Air Force One. And he'll be like, do you want to stay over? You know, like kids having a sleepover. And he'll say, sure, I'll stay over. And he says, I sleep in the Lincoln bedroom. And then Trump always calls me at like at 9 o'clock at night and says, hey, you should go down to the kitchen and get yourself something to eat. There's a bunch of ice cream down there. So he said, I find myself in the White House kitchen eating a tub of ice cream.
It's like a scene from a movie.
Caramel, he said.
Yeah.
Don't tell Robert F. Kennedy Jr. So, yeah, it's like having, but I have to tell you something. I know a friend who went to the White House with his wife in Trump 1.0 and had almost the same story. They slept in the Lincoln bedroom. Trump offered them the ice cream. So not to take away Elon's specialness, but my point is he's very gracious and he's like a caretaker. Everybody says that about Trump. You go to golf with him at Mar-a-Lago or any one of his properties.
He's a host.
Constantly making sure that you've got drinks and you've.
When you do a brief research about these people, Barack and Michelle Obama currently own 3 homes. A mansion in Cararoma neighborhood of Washington, D.C. purchased in 2017 for $8.1 million. A waterfront estate on Martin Vineyard bought in 2019 for $11.7 million. A home in Chicago Kingwood neighborhood acquired in 2005 for $1.6 million. There are reports of a possible 4 properties in Hawaii purchased around 2015 for approximately $8.7 million, but in completion status and ownership details remain unclear. This is Michelle Obama. They have all these. She is still here complaining. It's crazy. If Michelle Obama can be complaining like this, then I don't understand. Because official things in the White House are connected to this report I obtained recently. Yes, someone responded to this video. The president and their family are responsible for paying for their personal grocery and meals consumed at the White House, and these are considered private expenses. The White House mess, which provide meals and snacks for staff and official events, is funded by taxpayers, but personal food costs for the first family are typically covered by their personal funds. However, some reports suggest that minor expenses like small amount of food or toiletries may occasionally be covered by White House budget for convenience, though this is not standard practice. Official state dinners and events are paid for by government funds as they are considered public duty, so they pay for their evening ice cream and sandwich at lunch. I bet they are waging it on Bemis winners most night. I never imagined that they were doing the remain struggle while the American taxpayer was getting T-bones every night. Thank you guys for always been there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. If you see clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm. I always put short clips. You can end here if you want.
Let me just show you Terry Moran, because who clearly has waded into legal matters that is not qualified to speak on, because he tried understanding what I just explained to be the law. Watch him try to pin down Trump. And Trump, I'm telling you, Trump is a clever mofo. Just when you think he's like focused on like the UFC and like his polls.
2028. Also the first 100 days. And, you know, this is traditionally what they call...
It's not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense? There's no self-defense. Because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts.
Because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then the...
Registration Act is
talking about this man,
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to...
First term, and you will be voted.
somebody has to say it. So let me be.
So a white woman defends her child